Does This Dress Make Me Look Fat? By Firegazer the Alchemist. So, I hope you enjoy it. One more thing. It's a Rarijack ship. Let's begin, shall we? Applejack.exe has stopped working. Applejack lazily flipped through one of the many fashion magazines Rarity kept in the waiting room of Carousel Boutique. She wasn't paying attention to it in the slightest. In fact, the only reason she picked it up was to have something to do to pass the time, rather than give in to mind-numbing boredom. Her eyes lazily glazed over the colorful images of what was apparently in this fashion season as she reclined further into Rarity's couch. It made sense that her mere friend always chooses this particular couch to faint on when she was being dramatic. It was really comfortable. Feeling impatient, Applejack glanced over to the changing room several feet away. She could just see the top of Rarity's mane as she forced herself into whatever extravagant outfit she was trying on this time. "Are you almost finished?" Applejack asked, glancing toward the clock on the wall. The hour hand was getting dangerously close to number 7. "Our reservation's in 5 minutes!" She heard an indignant huff.
"Oh, I will be ready soon, Applejack. However, your constant interruptions only serve to delay me."
Applejack rolled her eyes doubtfully. "I'm sorry."
"Well, I'm finished anyway."
The door to the changing room swung open, and out strutted Rarity. Applejack found her jaw sliding open as she sat up and watched her mere friend walk out. The outfit that Rarity had finally settled was actually quite stunning. Pink and magenta fabrics complemented each other just right, while a thin layer of blue frills ran along the hem of the dress. Deep purple sleeves with just a hint of glitter snaked up Rarity's forelegs and matched her coiffed, styled mane quite nicely. Sure, it bulged in the back a little, but it was still amazing. Just looking at her made Applejack feel somewhat naked in spite of her hat.
"What do you think?"
Applejack blinked once before responding. "Huh?" Rarity smiled teasingly.
"Put your tongue back in your mouth, darling."
"Sorry, but... wow, you look great, Rares." Rarity's brows knitted together with slight disgruntlement.
"I don't know."
She turned silently to face the mirror, adjusting the chest of the dress. With a new angle, Applejack could see that the bulge from earlier was a lot bigger than she previously thought. It practically made Rarity's butt look massive, and she forced back a giggle at the thought.
"I feel like it isn't right."
What do you mean it ain't right? Yeah, you made it, so it must be perfect." Rarity's lips folded into a faint smile.
"Thank you, darling, but it just isn't right. I can't quite place it."
"Rares, you look fantastic. Besides..." Applejack's eyes flicked over the clock just in time to see the minute hand click forward. "We really gotta go." Rarity's teeth clenched together and she sighed.
"I don't know. I feel like this dress isn't the one."
Applejack uttered a groan. "Ugh, Rarity, we're going to dinner. It ain't that big a deal."
"How dare you say something so blasphemous, Applejack? It's our 3-month anniversary. Of course it is a big deal."
"Not really." Applejack had never seen the point of any anniversary aside from yearly ones, but it was important to Rarity, so by default it had to mean something to her. "I'm sorry."
"You're forgiven. Now if only I could figure out why this dress doesn't feel right."
She gave a full spin in the mirror, and her face showed a momentary shock when she noticed the bulge.
"Applejack, does this dress make me look fat?"
The question took a moment for her to process. When it finally did reach her brain, Applejack felt her pupils shrink and her face pale. She gulped hesitantly. Oh no." Rarity cocked her head.
"Applejack?"
The word never reached her. Instead, Applejack was feeling several thoughts of what to do. So much internal conflict bubbled to the forefront of her mind that she was forced to shut down all unnecessary functions to confront the problem. "I have to tell her the truth. I always tell her the truth, and this should be no exception." She glanced at the bulge. It seemed to be even larger now, if that was possible. "Except for the fact that Rarity would hate me for saying that." "Oh, Celestia, I can't tell her she looks fat. It would be a disaster, and we're only late As they drive that point home, the minute-hand clock keeps forward again.
Come on, maybe I should lie just this once. Ain't nothing wrong with a white lie, right? But what if Selfie only brings Self when her eating dinner? She'll be humiliated in public and hate me. Applejack, darling, are you alright?
Rarity took a few steps toward her.
Oh, what can I say? She wouldn't appreciate me weaseling around the question. In fact, it might just make her angrier. What if I don't say anything? Would that work?
The minute hand ticked forward as Rarity's hoof hit the floor. She was almost Applejack, her face a mixture of concern and puzzlement. Knowing she would have to speak soon, Applejack's brain became desperate.
Maybe she won't care about my opinion. After all, she never comes to me for fashion advice in the first place. I don't know a dang thing about it, but she did have some nails, so that means I'm screwed.
Rarity reached Applejack and gingerly shook her.
Applejack, say something. Are you okay? Answer me!
Answer ya? I wish I could, Rares. I'm just afraid of what I might say. Celestia, what can I do?
After realizing she hadn't blinked or breathed in a while, Applejack suddenly came out of her thoughts. Her eyelids fluttered between closed and open for a while, and she inhaled heavily. Rarity could now clearly see that Applejack was in a vegetative state, and her expression dictated that she get an answer soon. Applejack released her breath in a sigh. With absolutely no plan whatsoever, she decided she had to tell the truth. Morphing her face into a preemptive grin, she spoke. You look just a mite beat around the hindquarters, Rares. The first thing Applejack heard was a thud as Rarity's jaw hit the floor. Her mare fin whirled around it to check it reflected in the mirror. Her planet-sized rear end shoved in Applejack's field of vision as she did so, and she let out a panicky cry when she saw herself.
Oh my Celestia, you're right!
Applejack prepared her face to be slapped, repeatedly. Instead, Rarity began hyperventilating.
Oh, I'm the worst thing that can happen. This is the worst possible thing!
She prepared herself to faint, even getting as far as putting her hoof to her forehead before she paused. With her free hoof, she shooed Applejack off the couch. Obliging Applejack to move and watched as Rarity tossed herself onto her fainting couch overdramatically and sobbed. It took a second for Applejack to realize that she should be comforting Rarity right now. Sitting on the edge of the couch, not swallowed by the massive dress, Applejack wrapped a comforting hoof around Rarity's shoulder. There, Rares. Applejack oddly patted Rarity's shoulder. It's not the end of the world.
Oh, yes it is!
Rarity cried.
This is a travesty! A disaster!
A completely minor problem that shouldn't bother you? Applejack filled in. Who cares if your dress makes your rump look bigger than Rainbow Dasher's ego? I sure don't. Rarity sat up, the fabric dress rustling slightly as it moved against the couch's felt.
I know you don't care about appearances, Applejack, but I do! This is an imperfection, and I can't tolerate that! Not tonight! I wanted this night to be perfect! We've been together for 3 months now, and it's a milestone I want to show we meet!
Did you think I screwed it all up?
No, I thought I would.
Rarity sighed.
I really thought I'd say I do something right now to ruin everything.
Same here. In fact, I was so scared that I almost didn't tell you about the fat thing because I thought you'd hate me for it.
Her eyes widened.
You mean you almost lied to make me feel better? You almost lied?
Applejack offered a weak grin.
I only considered it for a little while, but yeah.
That's sweet, Applejack.
Rarity nestled her head on Applejack's shoulder.
But you shouldn't ever feel the need to lie to me. I value your opinion, and your opinion is that I'm fat.
You're not fat, Rarity.
Applejack quickly covered.
And dress is.
She giggled.
Yes, I know. I really should put something else on. This whole fiasco probably made us late.
Applejack glanced at the clock. It's now is a few minutes after 7. Undoubtedly, the restaurant will give away their table before they arrive, even if they left right now. Yeah, but it's okay. She thought for a moment. You know, we could always just grab a bite to eat in the hamburger. Rarity looked at her.
You want to spend our 300th anniversary eating fast food?
She indicated her absurdly formal outfit.
While I'm dressed like this?
Yeah. Rarity thought about it for a moment and smiled.
Alright, I suppose it doesn't matter what we do as long as we do it together.
Applejack hopped up for the couch, shortly followed by Rarity. Great, so go on then. Get your flat flag out the door. Rarity scowled at her. Cringing, Applejack bit her lip. What? Too soon? Without answering, Rarity turned with a harumph toward the door and began walking. Ruff! Applejack ran up to catch her. Dang it, Rares! I'm sorry! Well, I hope you enjoyed that Shipfic read, and if you like this video, please click the like button and hit subscribe for more content, like these shipping fic reads, and fanfic reads and let's plays. So, this has been H and Fluffy, and I'll see you guys next time.